Oh my God. Are you kidding? Wow. Wow. Yeah, buddy. Yeah. Journaling, you've heard about it everywhere. A lot of people have recommended it. You've read about how beneficial it can be, but we don't just commit the time we need to commit in order to see the benefits of journaling, because it can be very powerful in your life. And the main reason why is you get to know yourself better. The good and the bad, the beautiful and the ugly, and you can improve upon the beautiful, and you can purge and get rid of and evolve beyond the ugly. So you get to know your true self and see where you may be lacking a little bit and invest there. That is the benefit of journaling. Hi there, my name is JhN, and after suffering a tremendously difficult personal loss, I quit life as I knew it and began traveling the world, delighting in new and thrilling cultures and helping along the way where I could. Through endless hours of meditation, poring over hundreds of books, and delving into the depths of my own mind, I finally discovered what I've been looking for: peace, purpose, and joy. I'm here to share what I've learned so that you too can discover all that I've come to know. So let's get to it and have a bit of fun along the way. I first discovered journaling and the extreme benefits of notating all of your thoughts and emotions as best you can on a daily basis after the passing of my wife back in 2014. I started traveling the world, and I really needed to pour out my emotions and try to get a better understanding on my reality, because I was not happy with it whatsoever, and it was overwhelming, and I was stressed and anxious and sad and resentful and guilty and regretful and super pissed and hating the world, and I was loathing the future and my existence altogether. It was a dark, deep, horrible place to be. And journaling allowed me some time to comprehend myself in different facets, to break stuff down so that I could better understand my mind and my heart, and so that I could grow through my grief and depression and anger and anxiety and stress, instead of being burdened by them and being weighed down where I could not live a life of purpose, of passion, and joy. We all grieve in some capacity if the mail's delivered to the wrong mailbox, or there's traffic, or we get laid off, or we get dumped, or we suffer a personal loss of any magnitude. It's grief. We are grieving over something that we're not content with. We want something in our life to be different than what it is, and we're grieving over that. So journaling can help you overcome your grief with any situation. It is also a wonderful tool for stress and anxiety, because you can better comprehend of staying in the moment and being present and putting in positive thoughts in place of negative, toxic thoughts. So for stress and anxiety, it's a great mechanism to evolve beyond it, not just to cope with it, not just to manage stress and anxiety, but to actually overcome it and grow through it. For those of us that are a little bit depressed or a lot of bit depressed, journaling's a great resource, because we can understand daily triggers or momentary triggers throughout our day and better understand what is driving us to be depressed. And then when we notate those triggers, we can work to not just avoid them, but eliminate them from our lives. So we'll notate something in that daily journal of, this was super upsetting. And then you start understanding, well, I can kind of control when I allow this into my life, or I could at least control my reaction to it. So you're actually growing through your depression and evolving, because you're seeing what is acting as a trigger, and then you are eliminating those triggers from your life, and therefore growing through your depression. And we all have this just crazy weight of negative emotions and toxicity in ourselves. And a lot of times we don't have anybody to talk to. Maybe we can't afford a therapist, or we don't have good health care, and our friends are shitty listeners, and we can't go to that family member because they make it all about them. Whatever the reason is, we need somebody to listen. But actually, we need something to take our emotion and our negative, toxic being and just pour that out and just purge that out. Even when you talk out loud, you feel better sharing that. So journaling is a good way to purge all that negative emotion, and then you're going to feel really liberated and lighter and just better altogether. And then you start writing down positive stuff. And so then you're putting in and pouring in positivity and enthusiasm and excitement and jubilation and passion and purpose and creativity on those pages. And you're encouraging yourself. You're telling yourself that you can do this. You're telling yourself that you're happy, that you're better, that you're resourceful, that you're valuable. You're just sharing all this encouragement, all the support with yourself because you need to hear it. And it's okay that it comes from you because all together it's coming from somewhere. So who cares? It is beneficial. It's powerful. Through just that little practice on a daily basis, you're going to start rising above your insecurities and your resent and your regret and your negative emotions. And you're not going to let them rule your day. You're going to trump that. And you're going to feel better. And through feeling better, you're going to be able to go about your passions and your purpose with more focus, with more passion and more enthusiasm. And you're going to evolve through that journaling process. So the main thing that I discussed that we are gaining from journaling is realization. It's an understanding. We're getting an intimate look into our own being. A lot of times we may be suffering from mild anxiety, a little bit of stress. We get panicked and worried quite easily, and then we're super angry, or we have a bit of depression and resentment, or we're really guilty about 7 different episodes in our life and we haven't moved past them, or we're suffering from a great amount of trauma. And a lot of times it's a bit of all of this stuff. So how do we manage? How do we just work and segment on each little negative emotion and each little category? Through journaling. You could actually segment that and concentrate on grief, concentrate on anxiety and stress, and pour your heart out and your emotions out on that particular segment, and you're getting a better understanding about yourself. And through that, you're growing through the process. So there are a tremendous amount of benefits. And one thing you may consider is that if you do journal, consider sharing it with somebody that you trust, a close relative or a friend, or maybe even on social media. Be courageous. It's okay to be vulnerable because there's so many of us suffering. So your courage, your bravery may inspire another. And in your words and what you realize and what you come to learn and your growth may help somebody else too. So sharing that like I did when I was going about my grieving process and traveling the world helped to inspire others. And it actually helped me become the teacher I am now because I gained such a better understanding of my mind and my heart that I can see into others' minds and hearts as well and help them grow through their grief. So consider sharing your journal entries with those you trust, or maybe those who you don't, but that could use what you've written to gain in their life and make it better. So a few practical tips for journaling. You will want to focus on something. You can just kind of write some stuff that went throughout your day and happened about your day and how you emotionally reacted to that. Or if something deeper came up, then what's kind of going on in your heart at that time. So you don't have to be like, I'm focusing on stress, or I'm focusing on depression, or I'm focusing on anger. It can just be what triggered it throughout the day, and you're going to write about that and kind of pour that negativity out. You can do that every single day. Take 10 minutes in the morning or in the evening every single day. Make it one of your daily routine practices. Or you could do it every other day, as long as you're sticking to it, because you're gonna see that you're gonna have a lot to share and a lot to write. And nowadays with computers and the cell phones and the laptops, it makes it so easy. So you don't have to have your hand cramping up after 13 seconds like mine does, writing with pen and paper. But you can pour all of your heart out into a Word doc or Google Docs or notes on your cell phone. And with audio text too, it makes it super easy. But if you do the audio text, make sure you read over your entry afterwards, because you're going to want to just kind of let it marinate a little bit more and go into it deeper. So reading it over is also going to help you make more additional realizations and just kind of get understanding yourself on a deeper level. Thank you guys for checking out this video. If you would not mind, it would be a tremendous benefit to me if you would subscribe to this channel if you have not already. I'm pumping out 2 videos a week, one like this, a weekly inspiration to help you kind of manage some new technique to make your week and your life ultimately better, and another one that I release on Thursdays that goes a little bit more in depth about mindfulness, meditation, law of attraction, just spiritual principles that will add a tremendous amount of benefit to your life. So the weekly inspiration videos are released on Monday, the other ones on Thursday. So 2 a week, and please comment, ask some questions. I love to engage with my audience, and I'm here to help you and take in some requests if you have them. Please give this video a thumbs up if you think I've deserved it, and if you wouldn't mind this week, do something unexpectedly kind for another person, whether it's a close friend or a complete stranger, it doesn't really matter. You're definitely gonna make their day, and you're probably gonna make your day as well. Thank you guys for watching, and have a blessed week.